Well, it's still brand new. These were comments that were just made over the weekend, but it's certainly coming into everybody's collective consciousness. And in a way, I actually see this as a positive thing because I think this is going to be really the beginning of the end of Donald Trump. What we saw this morning on CNN, Chris Cuomo did something remarkable. He asked about substantive policy issues on the Veterans Administration and the reform that we need there. Donald Trump's spokesman was unable to answer any of those questions because they don't have answers on anything that's substantive. He's not a candidate. He's more of a professional wrestler trying to evoke and elicit a reaction from the crowd, provoke a reaction from the crowd, and that's what he's doing so far. And I'll tell you, I'm a little disappointed that folks on the Kings Road and Canary Wharf has as much exposure to Donald Trump. I was hoping they'd be luckier than we were.
No, well, let me tell you, he is known also because the U.S. version of The Apprentice aired here in the U.K., I was told. And, of course, he's known because he makes himself known. He's active on Twitter. He says controversial things. But you tweeted something, Doug. You said, understand how Trump can hurt the GOP field, but why not a media that privately laughs at Trump yet covers him ad nauseum? But you have to cover the candidate who's leading the polls, don't you? I mean, Trump's at 18% in the latest Fox News poll.
No, absolutely. It certainly warrants coverage. What I've found troubling is when you're in newsrooms, you'll talk to people who, don't take it seriously and then cover it, then ask the question, then ask the next question. And what we've seen, and, appearing with you right now, I'm obviously guilty of it too. What we've seen is just an exhaustive coverage of this. It's all Trump all the time. So if you're Marco Rubio and you gave a education speech in Chicago a couple weeks ago, that didn't get any as attention as it should have. If you're Rick Perry and you spoke on race right as the Confederate flag issue was really heated up in South Carolina, that didn't get the attention it deserved. And so what we're losing is the real substantive issues that voters need to learn about because we're hearing nothing but bluster and insults from one part of a sideshow.
But I feel like we hear this every election. You have candidates that know how to use the system. Social media is a very a powerful tool and platform. If something goes viral, if your image or your message is controversial and colorful, you'll get more attention. Isn't that just the way politics works now?
I mean, unfortunately, that's always the way it works. What I'd like to see, and I think a lot of folks on our side would like to see, is really more substance on this. Jeb Bush has talked a lot about his economic policies. We should focus on that. We should focus about what Marco Rubio is talking about on education. If you're a candidate like Mike Huckabee or Rand Paul, we haven't heard from you in the past couple of weeks because they're starving for attention right now because all we're doing is talking about Trump all the time.
And they are not well, they did react to the McCain comments. They defended John McCain and his war record, said that he was a hero, in fact, because he was a prisoner of war and suffered immensely. But they're not, though, directly engaging with Donald Trump on other issues. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think for a lot of candidates, they know that if you wrestle with a pig, both the pig and you get muddy, and they don't want to get mud on them. But at the same time, if we talk about the substantive issues, if we push Donald Trump to say, it's one thing to say that you love veterans. How are you going to reform the Veterans Administration? That's a whole different issue, and that's where we'll see the emperor doesn't have answers and the emperor doesn't have clothes.